Hi everybody, it's Lori Houston with Lori Houston Art. I am experimenting today with some pearl paints. I don't know if I did a Dutch pour, a pearl pour, or shadow pour. I am so sorry. When I say experimenting on this one, I am experimenting, and oh my goodness, I love the end results. So these are some leftover colored pearl mix paints. My pearl mix will be listed below, and you are welcome to reach out with questions. I still cannot get yellow pearls very easy, and I don't know why. I'm on a yellow kick right now, but I absolutely love seeing yellow in my paintings. And I actually have a painting that I will show you a picture of that I'm trying to recreate, and it's just not happening. So let's have some fun. I put these colors down, and I'm now going to pour some white over this paint to see what I get. Now there's not a lot of pearls in this. There is a little bit of a Dutch pour, and I do some embellishing at the end. So again, this experiment, I wouldn't call it any specific technique, but oh my gosh, I just love the end result. So I will see you shortly at the next step. Okay, so obviously there are going to be several next steps. I'm now putting some white paint over the pearl pour paint. And this is just regular Artist Loft paint, thinned down. And I'm pouring it over my pearl colors with no success in the beginning. So anyway, I'm just tilting it off and kind of seeing what I get. And I don't get a lot. But then I'm going to show you what I decide to do next. I just keep layering it. Okay, so I said, let me put a little blow dryer on it. That didn't work. Let's put another layer. So I'm just going through putting more of those pearl paints. So when I say pearl paints, that means they're mixed, with the satin enamel. And then I'm putting some more of the white paint over it. And I just decide that between a pearl pour, a shadow pour, who knows what kind of pour, I am going to create a cool background for some flowers, and it ends up turning out very, very unique. So I decide, okay, let's just tip this around, let's leave it, and I am going to go ahead and add some color on the other side of the canvas. Now, ironically, I did the same thing on the other side, and I start to get some really faint, wonky, tiny pearls, even though in the beginning I did the same thing on the other side. So that's okay. I'm like, oh wow, this is going to give me a lot of opportunity for my flowers. So I decide to do a little bit of a blowout here, Dutch pour, whatever you want to call it. And I'm using, I am not using paints that are pearl paints. This is going to be 50 GAC, 50 Floetrol, and then I add paint and water to consistency. So, and that's a thin consistency. It leaves just a very, very tiny mound before it goes into the paints, because I decide that I want to make sure that this doesn't really spread throughout the whole canvas, so that I'm able to have an area for those flowers. So I'm just going through the bottles on my shelf thinking what colors would look good. And so these are random colors. There's a turquoise, there is a like a lime green, there's a fluorescent green, and then I think it's Soho lemon yellow. And I decide just to do a quick Dutch pour. Again, I want it to be kind of skinny so that I can have some room for those flowers. But we are going to go through and blow this out, and I will see you when the Dutch pour portion is finished. See you there. Okay, I'm pretty happy with this background. At first, I thought that Dutch pour was turning into mud, but oh my goodness, it is beautiful. It's like borderline rainbow, and the lines are so defined in the final result. So I'm glad I didn't scrape it. So as I lay the flowers down, I decide that I'm going to follow kind of the line of that blowout, that Dutch pour, whatever you want to call it. And I do see where I'm going to have to do some embellishing at the end, just because, remember, we've got that satin enamel or that house paint in there that just really doesn't want to hold the shape. And you know, as you're going along, it looks great, and you look up, and then it's just sucking that paint back in. But I actually love that. I love how faint the flowers end up being, and this just turned out amazing. I'm thrilled. And once we put the varnish on it, that Dutch pour portion just really popped. So let's sit back. Let's take a look at these flowers, and I will see you when I'm ready to embellish, and we can talk a little bit more about the embellishment and what I decide to do here. I will see you there.
Drive the same roads every day. We both get there our own way. Thistle and an apple tree, how different two souls can be. But we both grow from the same sorrow. If we both know we'll be together tomorrow, I can be like a tree in the wind. Same old roots, but I can bend, turning to understand and sway together. Now it's almost like a dance, the rendering of stubbornness. It just cuts us deeper through the longer I'm away from you. Yeah, we fight good, we make love better. If we both know we'll be together forever, I can be like the tree in the wind. Same old roots, but I can bend, learning to understand and sway together. Nothing worth having comes easy, baby. Nothing worth having comes easy, baby. Nothing worth having comes easy, baby.
So I decided to add a little bit of the turquoise paint in that little white area. I don't have a lot of real solid white areas, and I just felt like that stood out a little bit too much. So I'm going through just making my stems, hooking them to the long stem from the flowers, and I'm really liking this. I think that the key here is going to be how it dries, and it ends up just drying. I was surprised. I love this. I've had it on my wall for some time. I could not decide if I wanted to resin or if I wanted to varnish, and I decided to use varnish, which I'm thrilled. I just can't believe how the colors really, really popped. Now I'm just going to go through and give some touch-ups. I see that the stem at the bottom is a little bit thicker than I like, and I decide that whenever I have to make a correction with the stem, there's just so much opportunity changing up the thickness or what you want to do at the bottom where it's actually connected. And as it dries, you know, I've been doing this. Of course, I've speeded the video up quite a bit. The paint holds a little bit better. So let's go down for a quick close-up. You can see my wonky pearls that ended up happening on the side that I wasn't trying, but oh my goodness, the yellow. I am in a yellow, color of the month yellow for me. Look at this Dutch pour and the yellow faint in this flower and underneath. I just am in love with the wispiness. I love that flower right there. Oh, it's just so pretty. And then I'm coming over to the flowers that are closer to the Dutch pour, and you can see where they really held their shape, which I love. And I am going to actually use a Posca pen, black and yellow next. Just highlight it just a little bit. See you there. Okay, it's varnish time. Look at these results. It is a beautiful. I am so in love with this. I just am thrilled with the final results, and I cannot wait to do more with this technique. So thank you for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. Please let me know in the comments below what you think. Give me a big thumbs up if you like this video. Please follow me every Friday for Flower Pop Fridays. I will be doing one every Friday, and I'll be having some other videos with other things coming out other days of the week. So if you haven't subbed, I'd love to have you here. Please, please, please take care. Until next time.